further and destroy them history and them present and them life. And you got offensive to hear them saying that. Fuck off, man. Fuck off, seriously. I really wonder how much patience you got with that guy. But the emperor, man, you killed him. You put him in the corner. Okay, let's talk about the law. And he tried to run. He tried to escape like a fucking catfish when you catch it, you know? Thank you guys. Thanks for giving me mic to say what I really thinking.
Shout out to you. You needed the name. But okay, so MAGA people, y'all here. I know y'all here. And y'all can come up here.
Yeah, Brandy can bring her retarded ass up here.
Yeah, Brandy, please, because
Not the retarded ass.
so how you feel? So now, okay, now that we got,
And now come up here. Come hang out with us.
now that we got that part out the way, the Iran shit out the way.
And
How y'all feel about the big funky bitch ass bill that's about to come underway? And Brandy, you is in particular, because you was in the room with Ayana and her explaining how it's gonna affect college kids, and I know you got children. And how do you feel, Brandy?
And she used to be on social programs. Don't forget that.
Oh, and you was on welfare. How you feel, Brandy, about it, Brandy?
I want to say it's just
Hey,
something
come up here.
that when the Iranian people...
But her ass was eating good and living in a project building at one time. Maybe she should have been out on the street. And we'll see how far she would have gotten there. Her and her mother. And her mother that was living in the...
She got generations under her, so that might happen to the next one.
I need to headline something if you give me just a mic for a second. When the people in Iran or in wherever they say that to America, they don't talk about American people. They say that to this motherfucker CIA, the most criminal organization existed in human history, because they damage their life. They doesn't have nothing to do with the population. They speak about the political, the strategy of the United States to invade other country to suck their natural resources. That's why they say. But it doesn't mean American people. They are nothing. You traveled, you've been there. You're ancestor, you've been there. We travel people. We go in everywhere. They are lovely people in everywhere. But the politica of the United States is take the reputation of the United States fucking down to the ground. So when that comes...
I think we all agree in here. Philip made it clear. I made it clear earlier when we were talking about how they ousted y'all original leader just to install the Shah. and then the Iranian Revolution. Like, we all understand, like, our history, right? I think we understand that. And then I also understand what Western ideology looks like, too. Well, I'm not Iranian, but how Western ideology and imposing what we see as democracy on certain countries when that may be not what they want, you know? It's got to be something that has to happen internally. So I get.
I'm sure Iran ain't the only country that just has them sentiments towards America now. Come on now. I've heard Venezuela say the same goddamn thing. So what is the big deal?
Shit, I've heard Puerto Ricans and tomorrow say the same goddamn thing just to America. Like, fuck America. So like, shit, people in Guam pissed off behind freaking, or Micronesia are pissed off behind what happened after World War II. They got generations of people with freaking cancer and shit behind what has happened. And you got people in freaking Puerto Rico pissed off about the shit that's happening in their own country. Shit, I remember when I was a little kid, and you probably remember this too, Brooklyn. Remember when, you know how they used the altar islands in Puerto Rico? Little 5-year-old boy died. The Bronx was up and ready. They were like, get America out our fucking Like, y'all on territory now, bruh. But it's like, we've done a lot. Like, there's Puerto Ricans pissed off with America. There's so many countries. Fucking Haitians are pissed off with America. Like, we've done shit in the past.
And especially now, I don't understand why anybody would be surprised with the administration that we had. Americans is like, fuck America at this point, because I am.
I know, I wish I could leave.
I know, but then it's like, damn. What's the closest? That was the conversation we was having the other night. What is the most comparable to America? Is it the UK? Like Europe somewhere? I need to know, because
I would love to move to Canada.
Come on,
Canada
y'all.
anyway.
You gotta love America, man. The thing about it is, even though we're fucked
I
up.
have to love shit.
Well, can I have an argument? Can I have my argument?
Damn,
Can I
please
have my
don't
argument?
do that. Have it with somebody
We
else.
have an
I don't have
argument.
to love shit.
I am giving an opinion. Okay, you're absolutely right. You don't gotta like it. I'm just letting you know my position is that it's easy for me to love it because look, as fucked up as it is, it's malleable. It's malleable. It's more malleable than most countries. And the thing is this: we still gotta compete, but it's malleable to the point where we may not have to have bloodshed. But like most countries and histories, there's been a lot of bloodshed where it's just no malleable. It's just hard as hell, and people gotta die. Over here, people don't gotta die, right? It's still malleable. People still do die for sure, but it's more malleable than most other countries. And I'm done.
Canada? Moving to Canada is probably not a bad idea.
I would love to move to Canada. I don't think they're going to allow us to.
there.
I know, I'm right there.
Exactly.
That's why I love Canada. I've always loved Canada.
You can sneak like the Mexicans. I'm sure they got a tunnel somewhere in Detroit to go to Canada.
That was funny. They probably got one in Buffalo, too.
For real.
You know them niggas be marrying them girls from Toronto.
Yeah, Buffalo is a lot easier than here.
Yeah, it's like an hour away from the city.
Again, it's not too cold in Canada. It's something like 9 months of freeze and just 2-3 months to see the sun and having normal life.
Well, you know what? Thanks
I
to
got fur
technology.
coats, so.
Yeah, thanks to technology and cars with heat and houses with AC.
I don't know. Keegan, do you have the numbers on what they contribute to the economy? What percentage of GDP, by any chance?
Well, I mean, I'll take King's. I know I haven't looked at it, but Kingstat said that was $100 billion annually they contribute to our economy a year. But then that would mean that again, 18 billion per year for healthcare, 59 billion for education. Let's not include housing, what the fair said, which is around 20 billion. So I mean, I feel like you add this all up, it's probably net neutral on how they exist. But again, it's a net negative when it comes to my federal taxes. And I don't like that.
Well, one second. Well, hold on. If they're contributing to the economy, they're contributing. First of all, it's way more than $100 billion because in agriculture alone, I think they're at least a quarter of a world.
And this article was 2024 code.
You kind of cut out a little bit. Go say that again. At least you said at least in agriculture alone. That's the last thing we heard.
No, keep.
He's got bad Wi-Fi.
It's not 100 billion. It can't be that low. It can't be
So
that
how high is it? Where's the stats?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking for. If the GDP is 20,
You want everybody else to do your research.
That's crazy. I brought my numbers.
So go. I know y'all say things like how illegal immigrants, how they benefit the American.
I put it in the chat.
So y'all keep some. Well, what about
Nani again with the
Because-
facts. Hold on.
Thank you, King. No.
So what about remittance? Because y'all say how these illegals benefit. So can we get the money back? You know that 90 billion that they send back to their home.
That's their money. That's their money.
back?
That's their money.
But that has a negative impact on the American economy.
Hold on, Fridays. Do you think that that's not factored into the equation when people are focused on what they're bringing into the economy? Do you think that when they're being productive,
Well, no, I'm just answering. Give them their money back. How about we get our money?
You just learned what remittance was on Clubhouse 2 years ago. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, well, at least I learned something.
Yeah.
I know that Brown Deer education ain't doing that right. I know that Brown Deer
I know
education.
Ethiopian bitches got bad teeth, but that ain't our fault. Go to the dentist.
Bro, you got a bad face, respectfully. Let's go.
I know that.
Well, they did that remittance tax of 3.5% if that bill passes.
You can't even pronounce it. Like you can't even know what it
Remittance.
means.
They did a remittance tax of 3.5%.
Fridays.
And do you guys know?
We're talking about Ethiopian women's looks, brother. Please, let's go.
All right,
Do you guys know that 21%?
Hold on fast, y'all. Hold on. MJ, you know you a cunt, so.
Fridays of all people is talking about look.
Hey, I bet you my girl look better than yours.
Nigga, but you don't look better than me, bitch.
Okay, that's some gay ass shit to say.
Nigga, you ugly. You ugly. And he's...
Alright, I'm about to boom this room. Y'all win, y'all fucked up the room again.
MJ on some LGBT shit, don't suck on Ion, bro.
Bro, you're not cute, bro. I'm sorry. But not even your mother ever called you that.
Lonzo, before you do, can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, Queen.
Instead of arguing how much illegals and say, oh, well, maybe they should give it back. Well, maybe after they pay the balance of the $929 million that cities have been paying a collective, and this is just from 2023 to now, $3.2 billion on shelter services, $100 million on immigrant integration funding, 83 billion, like billions are all over the place here.
Yeah,
in 2022,
but you're talking about billions. What about
Let that queen speak.
What about the 4 trillion?
I'm just going by, I don't want
anybody that comes up here.
Yeah, but also, I don't want to talk about the pivot. Somebody offered.
Hold on.
I'm gonna start dropping them right now. So
Just drop it. I don't care. This room is about to get boomed.
Don't boom it. I'm gonna drop it.
It's about to get boomed. But look, listen. At the end of the day, right? You know, Fridays you said something about $90 million get sent back to.
No, I said 90 billion. That's a huge difference.
$90 billion, right? That's sent back, right? So you're talking about the Asians, I'd imagine. Are you talking about the black specifically?
I'm talking to all of them.
So we can engage in foreign investment now.
All right, copy.
That's
all right,
not
so
foreign investment. Oh my God.
So what about the $4 trillion, right? In U.S. wealth that's stashed overseas offshore accounts? What happens to that?
Those are, y'all are like the gaslighting.
Wait, come on. Because you're talking about money that's parked in other countries,
That's
right?
not what I'm, no, not at all. I said remittance. Do you know what that is?
Okay, I'm talking about offshore accounts. Do you know what that is?
But why are you talking about something I'm not talking about?
He's talking about money outside the U.S., bro. Come on, Fridays, keep up.
But that's not the same thing, bro. Sending money
I give up.
coming to another country to send the abstract the money
I give
back to the home.
It's okay when white people do it.
Y'all are gaslighting right now, bro. You
It's an
guys.
insane thing. Like, should Americans be able to, like, I made money today. Can I go to Wimbledon? Like, it's just an insane thing. Like, I'm supposed to be.
You're being intellectually dishonest right now. You know damn well that is not the same thing.
Not because if somebody comes into a country and makes money like picking fruit, should we have any say on what they do with their own money?
We should.
That's insane.
That's the point, bro.
We shouldn't, but we should charge taxes.
Because now you're rating the economy of another country.
What do you think an offshore account is?
Wait,
But time out,
I'm
as
so
long as you
confused.
guys have $14 trillion that go across seas, the USAID, it helps fund things across seas. That needs to be funded. Thank God. Thank God.
Come on, Keegan, you're off topic. What were you saying?
No, this is about the bill.
We're not talking about USAID. That was
It's a big, beautiful bill.
bro. That's not in USAID.
So here's the major difference. Here's the difference.
Sound like you keep
Yes, it is.
Here's the difference. If
Indian?
Here's the difference. If I'm an American citizen and I want to park my money on an offshore account, it's still my money that I'm gonna spend as a consumer in America.
But you haven't paid taxes on it.
But I'll still pay.
But where's the guarantee that they're spending
It's not money and I need it now.
Wait. What do you mean you still pay sales tax?
Because it's still my money, and when I still consume things in America, I will.
What if you don't?
Everybody buys something, bro.
You know how many people are leaving this country?
Never mind.
Yeah, y'all got it.
But I'm trying to understand. So say I have money. Hold on, Fridays, because you have a lot of smoke for like the illegal immigrants.
I'm good, bro. They got these laughing hyenas just keep coming off.
I understand.
Like, bro,
I understand.
Stress level is just too high right now, bro.
That's fair. I'll be up to.
That was just his excuse to not answer the question. There's no guarantee that these people are spending the money in state. Most of the time, you think about people who are trying to move to places where there's no capital gains tax. People are moving to Thailand. They're expats in Portugal. You think that all these millionaires and billionaires are saving up all their money offshore to spend it in the United States. Be fucking for real.
I got a document here from House.gov that says undocumented immigrants are paying about $100 billion in taxes. We sourcing up Fridays. Where your sources at?
Facts.
That's what I want to know.
This is unequivocally demonstrable. Okay, so the simplest way to put it is, if you're trying to compare the effect to the economy from offshore accounts of the ultra rich, which are literally dodging taxes, versus undocumented workers paying into a system they can barely get any benefit back from. I don't even understand at some point. Are you obtuse, or are you just get an injury? Are you okay?
Maybe it's all of the above. And then we're going to have to pay for his services when he gets old and has dementia.
Yo, Odie, we can't hear you, bro.
I just want y'all to back up what you say with a reputable source. That's really what I want. If you're going to be coughing up numbers, spitting out numbers, DJ Fridays, whoever, Pepe, whoever the hell, I want a source that's real.
Bro, first what you gotta do.
I believe you when I see you.
But
Don't sit up here and say a number and
here's what you gotta
believe anything you have to say, brother.
Here's what you have to do first. You gotta allow people to make their claim and shut the fuck up sometimes and have
but
some
you
type
already
of
made a claim that we had to debunk about SNAP. So I'm
bro,
ready for
the
next
second
claim.
I tried to, y'all kept interrupting.
We debunked it quickly.
You purposely. It feel like I'm listening to Congress right now. You know when they have these hearings, right? There's a senator or they'll ask a person a question, and as soon as this person starts answering, they'll cut them off, and you're not, and then they'll even have the audacity to say, "You're not answering the question."
Well, sir, you're not letting me. Get back to the subject, brother.
Sir, you're not letting me.
Get back on subject, brother.
So DJ Fridays, why did you bring up SNAP, baby?
They never let me even finish telling you why, bro.
We're letting you right now, brother. Anybody speaks. We're
having a conversation issue right now. That's the whole point. Every time someone tries to speak, we got an African hyena coming off the mic interrupting.
Okay, well then answer the question.
Finish, brother. Stay on subject now.
I've had these conversations.
No, I'm good. I'm
a million times.
Go and enjoy my day, my workless day.
That's what I thought. That's exactly.
I'm about to drive to Savannah, Georgia.
Is he saying that?
I knew there was.
So are you saying they should get rid of SNAP? Savannah is gorgeous.
We knew there was nothing. We're not surprised.
Yes.
We knew there was nothing.
At 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm about to drive my fat, lazy ass to Savannah and sit on the beach until the sun go down. Then I'll drive that 3 hours back to the lake.
Shout out to you, brother.
That sounds like a dream.
The Republicans are cutting SNAP for sure. I mean, they'd like to get rid of SNAP completely. So this is.
Yeah, I'm not for that, girl. I think that's horrific.
That's what you voted for. You voted Republican.